end of December 1985, everything came to a standstill.
See, money is the same, whether you're rich.
We have a need to restore confidence in the stockbroking industry.
Or you're poor.
What is happening with Pan Electric?
What changes is the power that it holds over us. See, the rich, they think they're invincible, untouchable. While the commoner sees it as a lifeline, a ticket out of their struggle.
There's something you don't know.
There are sums missing, and then placed back.
Now our job is to find out how deep this goes.
But it doesn't matter whether you are rolling in it or barely scraping by. I am after your piece of the pie.
So you're requested to be here.
Yes, sir.
I would think that young, energetic new graduates like yourself will be more interested in criminal law. Murder, sex, drugs, all the rock and roll stuff.
But this department investigates crime too. Same beast, different name.
This whole Hong Kong, China debacle. Americans and the British, all scrambling, looking for the new financial center. What do you know? Singapore's the perfect substitute. Our banks are flush with money. They're giving out cash, loans, all kinds of investment deals are being made. Here's where it gets interesting. Do you know where you find the most rats?
A dumpster.
Law Society.
Well, rats, like all animals, often flourish in places that let them do whatever they fancy.
Like an abandoned kitchen.
Or the Cayman Islands.
But we are neither of those things. The rats are coming. Or maybe they're already here. Whatever it is, someone from up there wants these rats put in their places.
In cages.
Or maybe with a huge fine.
The point is, Singapore is not going to allow these rodents with their dirty methods or ill-gotten gains on a cent off her. A recession is coming. When its rats get desperate, they scramble. And when they make one false step, that's when we nab them. Welcome, Wendy, to the Commercial Affairs Investigation Department.
Singapore, with only a population of 2.4 million, had an impressive 19 billion US dollar GDP. But with the recession looming, financial markets were becoming jittery.
Prominent Malaysian businessman Koon Swan, through a series of complicated maneuvers, is planning to acquire Sigma Metals. Through Sigma Metals, Koon Swan will hold 22.3% of Pan Electric Industry.
Where will we?
So, the savings plan will begin next month once you sign here.
How many years is it again?
15 years. And you're looking at a guaranteed interest of 4.5%. So if you put in 5,000 in the first year, you will have $225. And the amount rolls. The next year, you will start with
5225. And every year I put money in, the interest rolls.
Yes, exactly. You got it. And our interest rates beat the banks.
But I can't touch the money until the end of 15 years. What if I need the money urgently?
I don't care about the commission, May. You're no friend. I just wanted to help.
Do you have anything more short term? I mean, my oldest one is starting university soon, and my younger one is doing pre-U, and things are getting more expensive.
We kids a doctor.
In Sarawak. Maybe I shouldn't have bought this fridge.
Pan Electric, huh?
Yeah, they were running a special offer on this particular model.
Come on, May. You're good with numbers. So why not make your money work for you by investing? How much do you know about Pan Electric?
Cheers.
So, Conrad, you travel a lot?
Just got back from US. Wall Street, New York.
Wall Street. I've been thinking about investing in stocks.
Well, well, well. How much do you know?
Pretend like I'm a dumb housewife.
So some companies issue stocks to raise funds for their business operations. This means you can buy or own a piece of the company at a price. These stocks are sold in exchanges. Think of it like a marketplace. There's the New York Stock Exchange in US. And here, there's the Stock Exchange of Singapore, SES. So, to buy and sell the shares, you need to go through a brokerage firm. The people there who can execute your trade are brokers and dealers, or remissiers.
Yeah?
What is Remesia?
It's too complicated. Let's just stick to brokers, shall we?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, can we get a 5 on a Sigma?
I would like to buy some
Panel shares.
1,000, please.
1,000 shares at 282 per Pan L.
When you buy shares, you'll be issued scrips. Now, scrips are certificates that prove that you own these shares. When you sell your shares, the broker uses them to validate your ownership.
Okay. How do you know which stock is good or not?
That's something even oracles find hard to predict.
A high-priced stock should mean that it's good, right?
You see, a stock price goes up only because, well, it's simple microeconomics.
Hello?
2,000 panel shares at 285, please.
The current price is 285. You gotta offer at least 286.
Oh, all right.
Buy Pan L, 287.
When demand exceeds supply, the price of the stock increases because there's only a limited amount of stocks available. There are many reasons for the increase in the stock price. Maybe it's the stock of a company with superb goods and services. Maybe it has good financial year with amazing profits on paper. Or maybe it's a case of trading.
Overtrading.
If you have the money to buy and sell huge volumes of shares enough times in a day, you'll see the price of the stock soaring. Brokers get higher commission from the trades, and there's the illusion of a rapid increase in stock price. That's a very illegal method of pumping up the stock price. No one likes cheaters.
Oh, maybe it's insider trading.
That's exactly right. Stock market is a wonderfully imaginative, man-made thing. Some people see it as a place to make it rich. It's a gambling ground. All investments have higher risk, even if the stock is a good one.
Anticipating the recession, the market was in a frenzy. So some companies got creative. Speculative financial products like forward contracts started making its rounds. Money rolled in, lots of money. Companies now heavily reliant from earnings of these forward contracts didn't want them to be regulated. Something wasn't right. I could feel it. A massive bubble was building.
Buyer, seller. Okay, checked it.
For now, we're just holding on to Pan L and Sigma.
Look, Sam, my answer's the same as before. We are not comfortable with what you're proposing.
But forward contracts is where everyone's making bank. Look, it's really simple. Now, just imagine that this is 1,000 shares. Now, let's just say that the market price is $1 per share. So in the case of forward contracts, we agree that I will sell this to you for $1,000. And to make it an even better deal, you will earn 3% interest every month. And you're a stock brokerage, so you will charge another 1.5% for the buy and sell. So in the end, after 3 months, I will need to pay you back
$1,120.
which is a total gain of 12%.
But why would you buy back something at a cost to you?
Because it's a good stock. In the 3 months that you have held it, from $1 per share, it has risen to $150. It's now worth $1,500. That's a $380 profit for me. Of course I'll buy back. Now, if you have the appetite, and we are both confident that the prices will increase, then we do a rollover. This time, 6 months. Same concept.
That's 1,815. 21% gain.
And we are talking about numbers in the millions. Now remember, the shares legally belong to you. You can sell them on the market. There are no risks at all.
But what if the share price goes down?
Huh? Well, I mean, we only do forward contracts with good stocks. It's a bull market. Everything's going up.
What if the stock prices go down?
Well, then I make a loss. But you still earn.
And what if you see the bad deal and decide to default on the contract?
Well, some small fry companies might. But I'm with Lin Securities. We've been around for a very long time. We're trustworthy.
But if you do default, then I'm left with a bunch of shares that I can only sell at a loss. The money you receive from the forward contracts, you can use it for other investments, but you could also use it to drive up the price of the shares in 3 months, right?
Whoa, I mean, that's manipulating, which is illegal. Don't you guys have a full-time mathematician researcher? Why not just get him to do a comparative analysis?
You're all looking at her.
If we do just one forward contract with a rollover every 3 months, we will make an effective gain of 48%. It's 48% for essentially doing nothing.
Well, the expert has spoken.
If the stock prices don't go down.
The stock prices won't go down. Bring the numbers to your chairman. He'll be convinced.
Tastes better with coffee.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
That's Hua Min, chairman of the company.
Does this mean you had a good night or a bad one?
What can I do to make you go away?
Well, Chan's asking for the security update. So, have you got anything from MAS? Because we've got to send it for print soon. So it's the brokers who are resisting the act. They really like the idea of a self-governing exchange.
It's a boys' club. No one likes it when a teacher comes in to set the rules. Hey, heard anything interesting about Pan Electric?
Pan Electric? Panel? Yes, of course. There was this article in the Singapore Monitor, something that alleged about insider trading. If I remember right, apparently a bullish circular was sent out to the shareholders even before the financial report is out.
A circular?
Yep, circular.
Pan Electric and other firms were borrowing heavily, securing larger loans from banks and creating more forward contract deals. How long was this going to hold?
Hey, Jill. What do you know about the Pan L circular?
That was in '84. We had someone share the circular. It was written by a securities firm. Have you heard of Asian Associated Securities?
Asian Associated Securities? The director is Peter Tam. He had his hand in many Pan L subsidiaries.
No, Commander.
Did you hear about the director of Pan L, Peter Tam?
I heard that Peter Tam officially quit this month. But he hasn't been seen in quite a while. Pan L just released its half-year results.
While many were unaware, there were some who already sensed that the ground was shifting.
To see you. It's not to see you, nice to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Everything okay? Is it the campaign? The company? Something in Singapore?
I think... Koon Swan, you're back. Welcome back. Anita,
How was Singapore?
good.
Don't mind if I steal in for a second. You know, the recent news about Pan L and Sigma International has both the stocks going up. Do you think it's a good time to sell now? I mean, you're the head of multi-purpose holdings. Do you think Pan L will go up further?
Koon Swan's a businessman, not a fortune teller.
Hiya, Penny. Janza. People ahead of MCA's investment arm, you know. Just trying to get some free advice. Okay, fine. How about the upcoming SIA and Malaysian Airlines public listings? What are your thoughts on those?
All I can say is there's huge potential in the aviation industry. But, you know, I'm more interested in the community.
冇乜事啊。
好嘅。
你攞到呢條都好嚟，本人驕傲。
Truth is, except for a few news articles buried in the papers, no one was really looking at Panel.
Thank you.
But if you didn't look, you wouldn't find casualties.
Hello. I heard you've been asking around about Panel. Why are you interested in Panel?
How did you get my number? It's a huge company with seemingly good prospects, but no one is saying anything about it.
What do you want to know?
We have debts that need payment urgently. Panel needs funds now.
It's not ideal. My projects need the funds.
But for Panel to buy Supreme shares at $1.75...
I'm fighting for my community, doing rounds for the campaign. Then there's the business here in Malaysia. I don't have time for this. I just don't have the time.
I understand, sir. But Supreme is currently trading at $1.60. It doesn't make sense for me to pay above market rates for the shares.
Right. What number will look good?
Maybe if Supreme was actually trading at $1.72. That would at least be a little closer to the proposed $1.75 price.
All right, do what you have to do. Once the sales go through, let me know.
I'll do what I can.
By late 1985, Pan Al had taken things a step further. It wasn't just selling toxic forward contracts. It started actively moving money from other companies to boost its prices.
Hello? Yes. I'd like to buy Supreme shares.
Everybody in this from the very beginning, they didn't care about the quality of the stock. They only cared about maximizing their returns.
Your stock is fluctuating wildly.
Well, how much do we know about Panel?
Pan Electric Industries. They started off doing refrigerators, air conditioning, appliances. And then it acquired its competitors. Went to furniture, marine salvage, Selco. It's not a stable business model. All the other companies under Panel, furniture, telephone, smoke detectors, electronics, Our neighboring countries can do all of that at a cheaper and faster pace.
What about their property investments? They have an office complex and are building residential spaces as we speak.
That could be promising.
Yeah, you see in this paper, the company intending to buy a hotel.
Yes, a Delphi hotel.
I'm wondering, what does this company not buy?
But a recession is coming. People will lose jobs. Businesses will be slow. The outlook for property will not be great.
With so many subsidiaries, sounds more like an investment holding company.
Yeah.
We all know that institutions are not interested in holding companies. They could easily find the strongest companies within their sectors and invest in them.
Then what's driving prices up?
Do not underestimate the power of the retail investors.
The price dropped quite a bit, didn't it?
Yes, but there's also dividends. And there's blue chip, so it's safe. I think the price will go up some more. So, I'm thinking we can use the extra money on Ma. So you can cut down on your clinic hours, come down here more often, relax a little bit. I want to buy more, but I'm all in.
All in? I don't think your all in is enough. I have some personal saving if you want to use it.
Really? Okay.
Let me help you.
Is this Pan Electric Industries?
Millions of dollars were now flowing through the shell companies. It looked good on paper and in the markets, so prices started soaring.
Hey, Eileen. Yes, how's it been at the Association of Banks?
But the more you asked around, it didn't seem the profits were real. The money wasn't real. It was just numbers created by the system. And this system was a ticking time bomb.
Hey, Alfred. Yes, I know. Sorry to disturb. Do you know if your bank has any loans with Pan? Oh, you guys are the underwriters?
Your books and accounts are in a mess. I've tried to compile and neaten things as best I can.
Is there any way that you can contact the person in charge of them?
As we explained earlier to your colleagues, the director in charge of the books is no longer in our service. He's left Singapore.
Heavy borrowings. A 71.5 million syndicated loan in May last year. And they have 140 million in loans, which is repayable within this year. 85 million unsecured.
No collateral.
Looks like one of your folks is sleeping on the job.
I guess that's why they're doing a proposed rights issue.
We need this rights of issue to go through in order to stay afloat.
And we need to examine everything before we can give a fair evaluation.
Do you understand how important this is to us?
Are you suggesting that we sign off without doing our due diligence?
No, of course not. Does anyone know where Peter is?
Mr. Tan, you feeling all right?
Blue chip darling sings, or Pan Electric loses spark. I'll find something better. It'll be the headline news for the week.
No.
You don't like the headline? I mean, how many ways can you say that a company is going broke?
No, there's something you don't know. Many companies and brokerage firms have been doing forward contracts on Pan Electric.
Mr. Tan? Kok Liam? Mr. Tan?
There are companies under Panal with forward contracts of $140 million. Only 40 million of those have been paid. Which means there is still an outstanding amount of $100 million.
If Panel goes down, we're looking at defaults on repayment to spend across companies, not just in Singapore, but also across the causeway. We're looking at a total collapse of the Singapore economic system.
While most Singaporeans went on with their daily lives, for thousands of shareholders and people in the financial world, cracks were starting to show. Whistleblowers say that the end is not here. There is the other shoe waiting to fall. Then the other shoe fell. We started to hear rumors about Pan L after trading in the company shares was suspended at the company's request.
Hello? I want to check what is happening with Pan Electric.
More than 20 banks, foreign and local, met to discuss a massive loan restructuring for public-listed Pan Electric Industries.
Hey, Simon.
I just saw about 20 banks entering the building.
Seeded Bank. First in the state of California. Manufacturers Hanover Trust. Bank Paribas.
Pan L ran out of money. A company that engaged in marine salvage was sinking fast.
Sir, Pan L has defaulted on a repayment of $7.3 million. And while we have no idea on how papers got wind of our meeting, it is true. Over 20 creditor banks have loaned more than $400 million. Is there anything that we can do to help Pan L get back up and running?
Anybody?
Was this an isolated incident? Or were there others involved? CAID was called upon by the Monetary Authority of Singapore to officially investigate Pan L. We needed to find out if the company could repay its creditors. How reliable were Koon Swan's words? What What were they not telling the public?
That's crazy.
4 days?
That's how much time we've been given.
To make a case on panel.
Is there one?
We build one. So what do we know so far?
Koon Swan is offering to waive off a 100 million forward contract payment. And he intends to inject 40 mil back into panel.
The agreement is for him to provide 27 million first. He's hoping to allay the creditors, make the company viable.
No. Look at this. Books from GIH, Orange Grove, Ambassador Hotel. And this, Handwrite Aviation. This was sold years ago by Panel. There are sums missing, and then placed back. Huge inflow and outflow of funds that have little to no accountability. And we have more than 60 subsidiary and associates to go through.
How much are we looking that is unaccounted for?
Your guess is as good as mine.
They will stall, move things around. We have to move fast. If not, these guys will just carry on. They will let this continue. And this situation is an abyss. Now our job is to find out how deep this goes.
Price Waterhouse. Hello? This is Conrad Raj. Is there someone that I can talk to regarding the special investigation of Panel? What is your inquiry about?
We would just like to know if Panel has indeed
Entered receivership
At this
and...
stage, I'm not at liberty to say anything.
All right, guys. Let's have a look what we have.
You were right. The auditors at Price Waterhouse have moved into the Panel office.
The banks are desperate to know if they should go ahead with Koon Swan's offer. Oh, he did transfer 27 million over. Kept his word.
None of my contacts have been returning my calls. It's like everyone just disappeared.
On 29th of November 1985, directors from Singapore's securities firms were sequestered to discuss a lifeboat fund.
Apparently, no one is allowed to leave until we all sign the deal.
And they're asking us to guarantee for each and every firm?
But why should we help those who have only themselves to blame? Everyone did Panel.
The weak ones will die. They just want to reduce the exposure of certain firms so that some will have a chance.
Get us screwed all over again when the entire stock market crashes.
Look, this is ridiculous. They're asking us to guarantee $6 million to each of them.
They want us to negotiate with the Big Four. Loan more money if we don't have enough.
Philip Securities, what's your Panel exposure?
None.
Only 3 securities firms were free from Pan-Al forward contracts. The rest were tangled with Pan-Al or its subsidiaries.
Really?
Over the weekend, Pan-Al was forced to declare itself bankrupt. All Pan-Al subsidiaries' transactions came to a halt. Thousands and thousands of transactions. And that had a huge domino effect on the system.
You do know the consequences of this, right? Small shareholders, brokers, brokerage firms, banks. This will shatter the confidence of the public.
So, it is my job.
To say what is the truth.
Really? So, all of this is in the name of justice? And not personal glory? You know, a headline with a byline that reads, Conrad Raj. No?
The boss is coming in. I am going to run it.
Penn Electric Industries, fighting for its life for the past 2 weeks, went into receivership yesterday in what may turn out to be Singapore's biggest corporate collapse.
To avert panic selling and the loss of hundreds of millions of dollars, Stock Exchange of Singapore officials and MES will meet to consider the suspension of trading. If they all agree, it'll be the first time the exchange is shut in Singapore's history.
Don't turn around now, 'cause it won't go away. My moves are heavy, my side is slow. Am I an angel or just another ghost? My thoughts are primal, my anger shows.
The shutdown of the exchange was only a temporary measure. As the Singapore economy braced itself for the worst, some of us were searching for answers. Who started this mess?
But it doesn't matter whether you are rolling in it or barely scraping by. I am after your piece of the pie, and you won't see it coming.
Pour my rage into my screen, courtesy of my PS3. Your lady, she taught me how to control hate. Sweet delights of weed and video games. The infinite jest, button bashing swag. Hear it from my bed, living in my head. Red eye raw, wanting more, wanting more. Always wanting. Sessions bombard.